What's up, Pokemon fanatics? My name is Hydros, and welcome to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle today versus SacredFireNegro. This is a UU battle from one of his live streams, so if you haven't already, go check out his Twitch and his YouTube links. Both will be down in the description below, guys, for you guys to go check him out. But anyway, this was a wonderful, wonderful UU battle that I had so much fun with. It was a very, very fun battle, and I'm going to go over his team really quick. He has the Empoleon, Flygon, Roserade, Cobalion, Chandelure, and Krookodile, while I have my Darmanitan, Slowking, Crobat, Vaporeon, Krookodile, and my Mega Ampharos. Now, this was an amazing battle. I really am excited to get into this, so let's go ahead and jump right on into this battle, because it was so fun. I cannot wait. So I start out with my Darmanitan, Lanky the Darmanitan, and he starts out with this Krookodile, but he does not decide to stay in. He does start off with the Intimidate, lowering my attack, but he is going to withdraw, sending out his Chandelure. Now, I go ahead and go for the U-turn, because I don't want Darmanitan staying in this, and I didn't want to catch an Earthquake from his Krookodile. So I go ahead and withdraw and send out my Vaporeon, my Aerial to Vaporeon, and this is going to be so bulky. He goes ahead and goes for the Energy Ball against my Vaporeon, and gets quite a bit of damage off, but I am going to live it and get off my Toxic on this thing so I can chip away at its HP a little bit at a time while still getting my leftovers recovery. Now, this is a defensive wall Vaporeon, and I do have Wish, so be aware of that. I do have Wish on this thing. But he goes to withdraw his Chandelure, which he could have just Energy Balled this and just killed it right away. But I go ahead and use Scald, hoping to hit the Chandelure, but he goes out into his Empoleon and takes it. So I do see leftovers on the Empoleon, and that's kind of unfortunate because Scald didn't do much, so he's pretty much going to be back at full HP. I'm going to go ahead and switch out in the Sensational GP, the Slowking, and this is another defensive Pokemon that I have, but it is something to counteract a lot of his Pokemon. So he does get up his Rocks, which is unfortunate for my Crobat and a lot of other Pokemon. None of them are Sash, so it really didn't matter. But it is going to be unfortunate getting that damage every time I send out a Pokemon. He sends out his Cobalion, which is not going to appreciate a Thunder Wave because now his Cobalion is kind of immobilized a little bit, which is going to not appreciate the Fire Blast this coming turn, which does 75% damage, and I get the Paralysis Hacks, so the Hacks gods were with me on that. So he is going to withdraw Cobalion, and he sends out his Krookodile, which is not going to get affected by this Psyshock at all. I expected him to at least stay out in Cobalion, but I didn't. So he does go ahead and go for a knockoff with Krookodile, knocking off my Citrus Berry, and I go ahead and go for a Scald, which is going to do about 60% damage, and I do see his leftovers on Krookodile, so there's quite a bit of leftovers on any of his Pokemon. So Sensational GP is not going to stay in, and I'm going to go ahead and go out into my Krookodile, my Shades the Krookodile, and he's going to go ahead and go for an Earthquake, which I am going to live at about 69 HP, so 69, there we go, and I'm going to go ahead and go for my Earthquake, which he is going to withdraw his own Krookodile and go for his Flygon, which actually I go for Dragon Claw, I'm sorry, and this is going to pretty much take this Flygon out, except it lives on 1 HP, so he withdraws his Flygon, and I stay in with my Krookodile, and I'm going to go ahead and go for a Dragon Claw again on his Krookodile, but he is going to get the Intimidate, which is unfortunate, but this is a Life Orb Krookodile, so his Krookodile does take about 10% more damage, and this Krookodile is going to stay in, however, but I'm going to stay and withdraw, but go out into my Batman, expecting an Earthquake, but unfortunately, he does go for the Stone Edge, but he misses the Stone Edge, which was amazing for me that he missed the Stone Edge. Otherwise, this Batman would have just been completely wrecked, and I wouldn't have had the chance that I did. But I go ahead and go for the Brave Bird against this Krookodile, hoping to take it out, which I do, and it is a holy crit! So thank you for that critical hit, and I am damaged by Recoil, which is but the Stealth Rocks, I really wanted to get these Stealth Rocks out here, which Crobat does have Defog on it. So I'm going to go ahead and, I forgot that Toxic doesn't affect Empoleon because it is part Steel type, so that was a mistake on my part. He goes for Ice Beam, getting that super effective damage off, but I'm going to restore my energy with Black Sludge, or my HP, whatever you want to call it. But I am going to go ahead and go for the Roost here, roosting up this Crobat, and hopefully getting off, he's going to probably get off another Ice Beam, which he does, and he's not going to get a super effective damage off the second time, but it doesn't do enough for me to get a Defog off and go for another Roost, just in case he goes for another Ice Beam. So thankfully I got rid of this Stealth Rocks, because that was a major issue for my team. But he goes for the Scald instead of the Ice Beam, doing more damage. I was hoping for the Burn not to come through, and it doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out my Crobat and go out into my Aerial, expecting the Scald, which he does, and it unfortunately isn't a Water Absorbed Vaporeon, but I'm going to take that hit very well, getting my leftovers recovery and going back up to almost the same amount of HP that I had. But I am going to go for Wish and pretty much hopefully restore my HP, and he's going to go set up the Stealth Rocks one more time, which is still unfortunate. I still need Crobat, and I need to take out this Empoleon. The entire time I was like, I need to take out Empoleon, I need to get rid of these Stealth Rocks. But he goes out into the Roserade, and I go for my Scald, hoping to at least burn whatever comes out, and at least expect a burn on the Empoleon. But he is going to stay out and go into Roserade. And unfortunately, it is going to be super effective against Aerial, which I'm going to stay in against Aerial because I did get my Wish recovery, and he does get super effective damage off on me and does restore his health from whatever I had left. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam against Roserade, which is going to do about 30% damage. After Black Sledge, it goes back up more and more, and he is going to Giga Drain me one more time, which is probably going to take out my Vaporeon. But I decided to withdraw and go out into Sensational GP and sack it off, just to get out into a nice clean switch into something else. So he goes for the Giga Drain, which does not actually take out Sensational GP. I was expecting it to take it out, but it didn't. So while Sensational GP is out here, I wanted to go for a Fire Blast, but instead he goes for the Giga Drain. I forgot that he was faster, and he gets a crit, which the crit didn't even matter, so it really doesn't matter anymore. So I go into Lanky, hoping to Flare Blitz this thing, and these stones are not going to be at all appreciative to these Pokemon on my team. I need to get these rocks out of the way, so I go ahead and go for the U-turn, which is going to take out his Flygon. Thankfully, I'm going to get Flygon gone, and then I'm going to be able to withdraw my Darmanitan and go out into Batman. Again, the stones are still out, so I forgot about that, but stones don't take out Crobat. Thankfully, it does not, and I'm able to go for a Roost, and Cobalion is going to come out, which either way I'm going to outspeed because of the paralysis, and unless he can heal paralysis, there's no way in hell he is going to live the next move. And it is a Life Orb Cobalion, so he's going to dwindle down his health, and I'm just going to continue to Roost while he goes for more Stone Edges, because if he keeps going for them, he's just going to dwindle down his HP. And I get the Paralysis hack again, allowing me to get more recovery and go for a Defog. So I'm going to get these stones out of here one more time, lowering his evasiveness, but he goes for another Stone Edge, which is going to be super effective, and Crobat lives on 4 HP, which is super, super amazing. I'm going to go for another Roost, just to Roost back up in case he does go for another move, which I'm assuming he is. He goes for the Close Combat. I don't know why he went for Close Combat, expecting to at least take it out, because it's not going to be very effective against Crobat at all, but he is going to lose his Cobalion due to Life Orb, and unfortunately enough, that was unfortunate for him, but it's fortunate for me because Crobat is going to stay in, and I have this Chandelure out, ready to take me out, and I'm assuming it's a Choice Scarf Chandelure, because I don't ever see anything else besides Choice Scarf Chandelure, which is going to not even take out my Crobat, not at all, and he's just going to dwindle down his health with Poison. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird, expecting my Crobat to die to Recoil, because I know it will, but I am going to not take out this Chandelure. It does get a crit, holy crit, but he apparently lives on 1 HP again. But thankfully the Poison does take it out. See, the Poison does come through, guys. Poison does come through. If you don't have a toxic Pokemon on your team, I recommend you get a toxic Pokemon, because that Poison really came through a lot for me. So he goes out to Roserade, and I send out Aerial. Unfortunately, Giga Drain will kill my Vaporeon, and unfortunately it is another crit. The crits are there when they don't even matter, and it's ridiculous. But Lanky is going to come out, and I expected him to withdraw Roserade because he's not going to appreciate a Flare Blitz whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the U-turn again, taking more damage on this Empoleon. It's not going to be very effective, but at least I get something off on this Empoleon. But I go out and go into Shades the Krookodile, which thankfully stones are gone. I go ahead and go for the Earthquake, which is going to take out this Empoleon right now, one hit KO. So I go and get my Moxie boost, raising my attack and taking my Life Orb damage. He goes out into Roserade. Now, I didn't expect to outspeed this Roserade, so I went ahead and went for Earthquake. But I did outspeed. Roserade's base speed is 90, while Krookodile's is 92. And I live on 1 HP, even after Life Orb. And that was such an amazing battle. Thank you, SacredFire, for the wonderful, wonderful UU battle. It was so amazing. If you haven't already, go check out his channel. His link is in the description, as well as his Twitch link. He does live streams a lot, so go ahead and check out his live stream channel as well, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, because I got the battle with SacredFireNegro. That was so awesome. The second one of my favorite YouTubers that I got the battle. So thank you, SacredFire, for the wonderful battle again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day.